today we're sitting in a vacant home with our beautiful home stagers of Homescapes, and they're actually going to go through the process of staging a home from a vacant home to a fully furnished home and talk about why it matters so much when selling a home, the difference between vacant and the difference between staged. So tell me, what is a downfall of a completely vacant home in your opinion when people are looking at it?
So what happens with a vacant home is that if you don't have furnishings or anything, the rooms look small and it feels cold. You buy things on an emotional basis, and so you can't connect with the home.
So what would you say when staging a home is the biggest mistake most home sellers make? I know you're always going through houses when we stage them with people, and I know you always think that they have too much stuff. And actually the biggest thing we hear from our sellers when we stage our homes is they always kind of laugh after and they say, my house echoes and it feels empty. Can you explain that?
So we get so used to our stuff in a house that it doesn't bother us. But when you're actually showing a house, you need to show your features and stuff. So if you've got a bunch of stuff in there, you need to pre-pack that up.
Okay. Now you also always tell us that staging to live and staging to sell are two very different things. So like when you're looking at counters, what is like the essentials to have on a counter when selling a home?
Nothing.
Nothing at all? So this kitchen's gonna be easy to stage because it's vacant.
Yeah. So there's a few little accessories, but you keep your counters most. You want to show how much counter space you have, right? That's why people want their kitchens. They want a counter space. They want to do the Christmas baking with the kids, right? So you need the counter space for it.
Perfect. Now, what is the one last thing before she puts me to a ton of work? She says it's going to take us 6 hours to fill this house and I have to help, so. What is the last and final thing that you would want to tell every homeowner that's important about staging?
Do it.
Do it?
Do it.
Okay.
Staging is important. It's going to save you money in the long run.
And we have actually noticed that houses that are staged sell from anywhere to thousands of dollars more. So even if you have to spend a little money going and getting things off Kijiji or going and buying things off of, you guys love HomeSense, yeah, they love HomeSense
because it's a quick shop for us, right?
Yeah. So go to HomeSense, yeah, grab some things, and even if you have to, sell them afterwards. And again, it's another super easy way and cheap way to do it. You're temporarily out the money, but you're getting the money back at the end. So we are gonna get started staging. Exhausted. We've been here doing this now from 10 a.m. and it's about 1:30 now, so
it's big.
It is big, and there's 3 of us doing it. We have to do a special shout out to Trish's dad, who has been kind and has been here helping us with this video all day and making sure that this house gets staged and giving that little extra muscle if we need it.
And cleaning.
He's been a very good cleaner. So, now first questions first. The house, or statements actually, the house looks absolutely outstanding. Like, this is such a difference. It gives so much life to the home that feels like it wouldn't have had it otherwise. So we completely appreciate you doing this. But for a normal, kind of exactly what you did here, you did the main floor, you did the master bedroom, and you did 2 bathrooms. How much would that normally cost someone?
You're usually looking, because it's a vacant, we're bringing all the rental furniture and everything in, you're usually looking about $2,500. And then after that, so that's only for the first month, and then after that, you're looking about half cost for rental.
So now this, I can honestly say, is going to sell your house faster, and this is maybe a better idea than like a price reduction, because what you're talking about is about $4,000 over a 2-month period. And instead of dropping your property by 10 grand, it might be better suited or served by just putting in the $4,000 worth of furniture for 2 months worth of staging. But a lot of times I notice when we do things is that the majority of the people have beautiful stuff, but they just need those extra little knickknacks to make things work. Yeah. So could people do that? And if they do that, how much does that cost?
So if you're doing an occupied house where you're living, we typically try to use everything of the homeowners. So we don't. If we're just bringing in a little artwork and accessories, you're looking about $200 a month.
$200 a month, that's pretty reasonable, right? Just to spice up your house, give it the extra little flair that makes it look it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, lastly, I have to say, I did learn a lot today. I learned how to make a bed, which you guys might laugh at, but I didn't know how to do what are called nurses' corners, but they taught me today. But also what I noticed is when we were standing back, you would stand back in every room in a certain spot and take a look at it. Why would you choose that spot? Like, what were you doing back there, looking at the room from that angle?
So typically what I'm looking at is when your photographer takes something, right? Because he's going to go from typically that type of an angle. I want to make sure everything looks great from that angle because it's your MLS pictures that sell your property, right? That's what makes everyone want to come
your
in.
agent.
And then it's, yes. It's true. It is more your agent than your MLS pictures.
No worries. But you know what? I have to say thanks so much. You and your dad worked your butt off today. I learned a ton. I absolutely appreciate it. I have never in 20 years actually staged a house from scratch.
You did great.
Thank
you. Can
you.
be my assistant.
Yes, maybe. In between all the other stuff. All right. Thanks so much, Trish.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, guys.